Ah, meeting the in-laws for the first time. It's like that first day at a new job, except the stakes are way higher. You're not just trying to impress your boss, you're trying to impress the people who hold the keys to your future happiness. You see, these people, they've known your significant other longer than you have. And now, you, my friend, are stepping into the lion's den, hoping to prove that you're not just a fling, but the real deal. You're here to stay, and you're not going to break their precious child's heart. No pressure, right? Today, we're taking you on a journey. A crash course, if you will, on how to not just survive meeting the in-laws, but how to absolutely crush it. We're setting our scene in a beautiful, vibrant African home where family is everything, and tradition reigns supreme. So buckle up, because things are about to get real. Look, you wouldn't walk into a job interview without knowing anything about the company, would you? So why on earth would you meet your future in-laws without doing some research?
We're talking basic intel here, people. What do they like? What don't they like? Are they traditional? Modern? Do they value education? Are they obsessed with soccer? You need to know this stuff.
This is where your partner comes in. Milk them for information like your life depends on it. Find out about their culture, their expectations, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find some common ground to bond over.
Listen, I get it. You want to be comfortable, you want to be yourself. But save the ripped jeans and the world's okayest son-in-law t-shirt for another day. First impressions matter, and let's be real, your in-laws are judging you.
We're not talking about a full-on tuxedo here, unless that's their thing, but put some effort into it. Clean, presentable clothes go a long way in showing your in-laws that you respect them and this meeting.
Ask your partner for advice on what's appropriate for the occasion.
Okay, let's talk gifts. This is a tricky one because a well-chosen gift can make you an instant hero. But a bad gift? Well, let's just say you don't want to be known as the guy who gave us that weird fruitcake for the rest of your life.
Rule number 1, do your research. What are their interests? What do they enjoy? Don't just grab the first bottle of wine you see at the supermarket. Put some thought into it.
And for goodness sake, don't show up empty-handed. It's like showing up to a potluck with just a fork. Unacceptable. Remember, it's not about the price tag, it's the thought that counts. Well, the thought and maybe the quality of the gift. Okay, lovebirds, I know you're all over each other like white on rice, but let's try to keep the PDA to a minimum, shall we? Now, I'm not saying you have to act like you're back in high school, sneaking a quick peck in the hallway between classes, but maybe save the full-on makeout sessions for when you're alone. You catch my drift?
Every family has different comfort levels with physical touch, so it's best to err on the side of caution.
A little bit of hand-holding is fine, a quick hug here and there, but let's not make anyone uncomfortable.
Remember, you're there to bond with their son or daughter, not give them a free show.
We live in a world glued to our phones, I get it. But for the love of all that is holy, please put the phone down when you're meeting your in-laws for the first time.
Nothing says I'd rather be anywhere else right now than scrolling through Instagram while your future in-laws are trying to have a conversation with you.
And please, I beg you, don't even think about taking a Snapchat of your potential future mother-in-law while she's telling you about her prize-winning orchids.
Engage with them. Listen to their stories, ask questions, and for goodness sake, be present in the moment.
You can check your notifications later.
So, you've made it past the initial introductions, you've complimented the house, you've resisted the urge to check your Twitter feed. Now comes the real test conversation.
Don't worry, it doesn't have to be a grilling session. Be yourself, be genuine, and show a genuine interest in getting to know them.
Ask questions, listen to their answers, and try to find common ground.
But a word of advice, maybe steer clear of certain topics like politics, religion, and that one time your partner accidentally set the kitchen on fire. You know, light and breezy conversation starters.
Listen, I'm not saying you need to know which fork to use for every course, but basic table manners are a must. Don't chew with your mouth open, don't talk with your mouth full, and please, for the love of all that is good, don't reach across the table for the last piece of fried plantains.
And if you're unsure about something, just ask. S1, it's just rude.
It's better to be safe than sorry. Remember, good manners never go out of style, and they might just score you some serious brownie points with the in-laws.
Look, we all have strong opinions, especially when it comes to things like politics and religion. But trust me, the first time you meet your in-laws is not the time to air your grievances about the government or start a theological debate.
Remember, you're there to make a good impression, not start World War III over a plate of foo-foo.
If a topic comes up that you know you disagree on, try to steer the conversation in a different direction.
And if all else fails, just smile and nod politely. You can always vent to your partner later.
Offering to help around the house is a great way to show your in-laws that you're respectful, helpful, and not afraid to get your hands dirty. But here's the thing, don't be too eager to jump in and start doing things your way.
Can I help with the dishes? Or is there anything I can do to help in the kitchen?
Oh, that's really kind of you, but please just relax and enjoy the visit.
Every household has its own system, and you don't want to come across as if you're trying to take over. And if they decline your offer, don't take it personally. Just appreciate their hospitality and enjoy their company. I know, everyone tells you to be yourself, but when it comes to meeting the in-laws, maybe dial it back just a tad.
It's important to me that I make a good impression, but I also want to be genuine.
Just find a balance. You're amazing just as you are, but maybe just tone down some of your more, shall we say, unique personality quirks for now.
You want to make a good impression, but you also don't want to pretend to be someone you're not. The goal here is to show them that you're a good person, who cares about their son or daughter, and who would be a great addition to the family. You can unleash your full, unfiltered self on them later once they know and love you. Look, I'm not saying you need to build an altar in your living room, but a little prayer never hurt anyone. Whether you're religious or not, take a moment to center yourself before you walk into that house.
Okay, visualize a positive outcome.
And hey, it can't hurt to ask the universe for a little help in the charm department. After all, you're about to embark on a pretty important mission, winning over the hearts of the people who raise the person you love. No pressure. So there you have it, folks. My crash course on surviving the in-laws. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it can be a daunting task. But remember, at the end of the day, they just want what's best for their child. And if you love and respect their child, you're already halfway there. And even if things don't go perfectly, let's be real, whose life does, don't beat yourself up. There will be other opportunities to make a good impression. Just remember to stay true to yourself, be kind, be respectful, and most importantly, be present. Sella.